Roll is an internet company that started out just to give you erectile dysfunction treatment. Now they moved on to treating your baldness, and now they've gotten into the GLP-1 space. So you just call Roll, you talk to someone on your computer, and if you meet their criteria, they send you their own GLP-1. They compound it. I don't know where they compound it on, and they charge you a monthly fee for that. From a risk adverse place that I come from as a pediatrician and a physician, I tremendously worry about they're doing this for profit. What's it to stop them from putting every 12-year-old in Lexapro and GLP-1s? There's nobody to stop them. And what does that do to the relationship that family used to have with a pediatrician that guided them in less invasive ways of managing their problems? And have we thought about how do we regulate them? And is all innovation great, or is some of it just on naked grab for dollars? Not at the children's hospital. I'm just saying, here's a company that is out there that is doing this already today. They're
Yeah,
not for relationships.
I think you still have to think of the physicians that I don't know Rose's employment model specifically, but the physicians that are prescribing these medications are still under the expectation that they do no harm. So while they may be working for a company for profit, they still need to make sure that it's clinically appropriate. They still need to make sure that I believe that all telemedicine platforms should have some sort of transcript that they either proactively share with the patient's PCP or that the patient can take and share with their PCP. So there is coordination of care. So while I know that all companies may not necessarily feel like that's on them to take that onus, we do truly believe in making sure that the PCP is a part of the kind of the center or the hub for making sure that all care, virtual or not, is clinically appropriate.
That's an important point, I think, that providers, pediatricians need to understand that instead of being afraid of digital health tools, one of the metrics of quality when we're examining these can be saying, do you connect with the pediatric medical home? Because if a company doesn't connect with the pediatric medical home, you have to ask them why. Are you really trying to do the best care, or are you just trying to make money? And I think the onus is on us as the real owners of these families. I always thought of myself as owning my patients. If we really want to own them and we want to be able to ensure that they have access to care, which digital health helps with, right? Because it's scalable, then our way of intervening should be to ask those hard questions and hold these companies to those kinds of standards.
I'm all about the patient-centered medical home and connecting with the PCP and all that stuff, but I find a lot of these things outside organizations they're all about making a buck or two. They want to connect. So what does that do? They make a buck or two. They give me extra work to do that's unpaid. I'm already busy, and I take all the responsibility. What do you think about that, Sabrina?
I think I have a different point of view. I guess I looked around in my world of pediatrics and felt overwhelmingly any sort of innovation has historically been funded by philanthropic dollars.
Correct.
And the problem with that is when the money runs out, or the PI, the primary investigator, or the champion moves on, the innovation dies on the vine. And so my experience has been that we don't get anything good because there's no money in it. And so one of my theories and biases is that we need to have a sustainable business model in pediatrics.